Overdose. I'm your host, Don Jaye. Today we are joined with a couple of special guests. This is Red Pill and Chill Edition. Starting from my left, I want you to introduce your name, your age, and your relationship status.
Okay. My name is Kalia. I'm 23 and I'm single.
Okay.
Hey, you guys. My name is Shay. I am 21 and I'm also single.
My name's Cassie. I'm 20 and I'm single.
My name is Jessica. I'm 20 and I'm single.
My name is Maddie. I'm 22 and I am taken.
Rob?
Hey, this is Rob. You already know who I am.
All right, we're going to get right into the shits. We're going to start actually on your... No, let's go back on this side. A man has a side piece but claims he loves his wife with all his heart. Is this possible? Explain. Talk to me.
A man has a side piece but claims he loves his wife with all his heart. Is
Yes.
that possible? Well, you guys, I mean, as men, you guys always say that you guys can have multiple women at a time and it's not like anything to you guys. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past you, honestly.
You can't love her with all your heart,
Who
though.
knows?
Like, probably like 65%.
65%?
Like, all your heart. Like, you can't love somebody 100% and cheat on them. How does that work?
Okay. I'm going to save that.
It's all about respect.
It's all about respect? So you don't think you can?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I would have to agree. I mean, I think that it's possible. Like, I think that people do it. I feel like people do have love for their partner and do it, but like also, like, I just don't see how you can fully love your partner if you have somebody else too.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, like, it depends on the relationship. And if that's, like, the agreement that y'all have, then okay. Like, if y'all are both comfortable with that. But, like, for me personally, it's a no.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying it's right.
Go ahead. Talk to us.
But guys they can like someone emotionally, and then have someone like non-emotional. So they can have like a they can love someone and then have like a side piece that's non-emotional. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not saying that's right. But it's definitely you can definitely do that.
It's very possible.
Okay. I'm gonna save my thoughts after that. If a man proposes to a girl, we're gonna start with actually Rob. If a man proposes to his girlfriend and she declines, is the relationship over? Explain.
I would say yeah, because you're on different wavelengths. Like, you know what I mean? The guy is like ready for something else. Like, when you're on a relationship, you need to be on the same wavelength. And if someone's like ready for something else and the other person isn't, like you can't make the other person step back. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be on the same page. And like and if someone's ready for like marriage and someone's not, you're not even just on the same page. You're in different books.
Got you.
Like, so
No,
like I would say it's over in my opinion.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, I feel like...
And can you talk to the microphone for me, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, you good.
Yeah, no, like, I just feel like it's all about balance and being on the same page, and clearly you are not on the same page if that's the case.
Okay. Talk to us.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think that it would probably be over just because the other person would then feel like they either care about that person, their significant other, more than the other person does. And if not that, then what Rob said about you just on different pages, different timing. If not on the same timing, it doesn't really make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's about like not caring about each other. Like, you can both care about each other, but like you're just on different pages. You know what I mean? Like, you just
Different process. Yeah.
you're on just totally different books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want different things. And you
Different. I would say paths.
yeah, exactly. And you can care about someone and be on a different path.
Yeah.
If it's meant to be, you'll find your way back.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you guys like care about each other and it's not the time, then go your separate ways. And then if it's meant to be, like, you'll find each other.
How many people got declined on the marriage and then ended back up together?
Oh, sorry.
And hold on, what about
I
this
heard
meant
that
to be thing?
question wrong.
You truly believe that things are meant to be?
Yes.
Y'all believe that shit?
There's
Yeah.
such thing as soul ties. There's such thing as
It's
soulmates.
just-
Well,
And
let's
there's such thing
hold on,
as
let's stay on one
best
topic real quick.
friends,
So y'all believe in meant to be shit?
Yeah.
It's meant to be. Yes, it's meant to be.
If it's meant for you, it's always for you.
I feel like
Like-
almost every female.
because
This is-
think about that. Like,
Uh-huh.
if you have to force something, then is it really what you're supposed to be doing? Like, I believe in
Sometimes.
fate. I believe
So
in
you don't think that
destiny.
it's supposed to be easy the whole way?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay. Then what are you saying?
I'm saying that, like, if something is obviously not working out for a time
Mm-hmm.
and you need to step away from it in order to, like, regroup, then, like,
Okay.
either that's the end of it or it's not. And
Okay.
they'll come back to you. And if they come back to you, then that's something that's like, or you go back to them, or you guys somehow, like, naturally, like, find your way back to each other, then, like,
What are some things that you can't work out?
what do you mean?
You just said if things don't work out, what are some things that you can't work out at that moment? Like, give me an example, because what I feel.
Think about, like, if you're, like, fighting 24/7 for, like,
Okay.
I'm not talking about, like, 2 weeks. I'm talking about, like, months.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you just need some time to step away. Or it's a bad timing. Like, you're not able to be the best version of yourself at that time in your life because of the other person.
Distance also plays a big role,
Right.
like long distance relationships, and yeah, that played a big role into kind of why I kind of believe in, like, if it's meant to be, it'll be. Because
You know what meant to be kind of sounds like to me? It kind of sounds like meant to be kind of also sounds like, hey, a girl's going to like you for, be yourself. You know what I mean? But, like, if it's meant to be, like, kind of like be yourself, and if it works out, it works out. But, like, I totally disagree with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just be yourself. Like
What?
Here's my problem with the meant to be thing. You guys are, because what's the level of you should work past is what I'm saying. For you ladies that's in the panel today, what's the level that you work past that? Because I've seen a lot of ladies, his toenail is longer than what I want. I don't want to talk to him no more.
Honestly, I feel like you're only. I don't know about other people, but I know I'm only dating somebody that I see a future with. So if
Okay.
I don't see, like, this going anywhere long term, then I'm not dating you. So if you're dating a woman and you propose to her and she says no, she didn't see you in her future. So what's the point in even?
Okay. So y'all all date to people that you may not have in the future?
yeah,
Hold on, let's go down the line.
wait,
So
what was
would you
the
know?
question? What was
The question is, do you actually date people that you actually don't see a future with?
Oh, no.
No, I don't.
No.
Absolutely
don't?
not. No.
Okay. No.
dating. No, I'm not dating someone. If I'm dating you, then
Uh-huh.
I'm working literally like date to marry. Yeah.
Okay.
actually.
So the goal is marriage so far. Okay.
Yes. Goal is marriage.
Yeah, goes. What's your definition of, like, dating? Because, like, is dating
great
different?
question.
Is dating different than
That's
boyfriend?
why I had to say, like,
because
dating
that's
with
different
the
for
hard
some
D.
people.
Yeah.
There's, like, I feel like there's talking,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're dating, and then that's your boyfriend.
I agree.
Just like
You know what I'm saying?
But what's
If you're
what's
if you're-
talking and dating?
If you're my boyfriend, then I'm
Talking
dating.
is him
You are my
asking
boyfriend
you
in
out.
order to,
Talking
like,
is
be my
what?
husband.
Like, if he literally hasn't asked you out, like,
I feel like
will you
talking
be
and
my-
dating are, like,
no,
the same.
Like if he literally didn't say, "Will you be my girlfriend?" or like,
Mm-hmm.
"Are you mine?"
Do you
then
think that's
guys-
necessary?
No. I'm not gonna say like necessary.
Well, hold on. Give her the microphone. if she
I
wants
feel
to.
like, honestly, in my past, like, I've been with people and, like, they just fuck with me just because I'm me. And like we'll be chilling and then we just end up chilling every day, and then it turns into spending the night, and then it turns into, like, just seeing each other every day and, like, loving each other's company and stuff like that. You can't put a time frame on, like, I can't tell you when I fell in love with you. It's just
Yeah.
like,
What's your definition of dating though?
definitely, like, spending quality time together. You could go out.
So if you
And,
Netflix and chill, is that technically dating?
If that's all you
not to me.
Because of quarantine right now.
I mean, it depends. Like, you have to, initially, like, you have to show me that you want me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it has to be some type of action.
Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix and chill could come later.
Okay. What's your definition of dating?
My definition of dating, like
Yeah.
I said, like, because it can turn into, like, one day turns into every day, and
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. You guys, like, slowly start to just do things together. But I mean, honestly, I guess my priority is, like, standard will be, like, you have to make it clear to me that you want us to be, like, an exclusive us, and that
Okay.
you want to start actually, like, working towards something. And until that agreement is made, then no, we're still talking. Like,
Okay.
you can say, like, yeah, you're my girl, but you didn't ask me to be your girl for, like, you didn't really put in the action or do anything for it. So
I feel like there can be no like gray area for them to then later say just because something happens. Well, you're not my girlfriend.
Okay,
because
so
they
you
never
need
said
the you
it,
need the actual
know?
question of saying, "Hey, would you be my girlfriend?" Is what
Yeah,
you're
or
saying.
else
Exactly.
it's not like a solid.
You guys can take hella selfies. You can go on hella dates. Like the baby, like literally, he said, "Well, I never like we're not really together." Yeah, it's just like that kind of example, you know. It's just like you guys can do a lot
That's
together,
crazy.
but if you don't make it clear,
Yeah, that's true.
then they,
Okay.
they
then
literally would
it's
use
whatever it is. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Like,
I got you. All right, we got a super chat real quick, then we get back into the questions. Black Scale sends a super chat. He says, "You're the man, Rob. We missed you, Tony Stark."
Hey, let's go.
They like you in this motherfucker. All right. Anyway, next question. We
I
actually
love
gonna
you
start
too.
on that side.
I love you too.
If a guy use a coupon on the first date, would this make you think of him differently? Question for you would be, would you ever use a coupon on the first date?
Fuck yeah! What the fuck? What? What you kidding me? I literally went to the mall today, and when I was ordering a coffee, I literally asked her. I said, "Yo, you give me that discount, right?" Like, you know what I mean? I always, what the fuck? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm always trying. I tell girls all the time I'm on that finesse shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who gives a fuck? You know, it's Atlanta for sure. Like, you know what I mean? I tell girls Atlanta is the king of finessers.
It actually is, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I always try to like let them know. Like,
Okay.
yeah, no, I don't see the big deal. Like, that's how the rich stay rich. You know what I mean? Like, you be saving money.
True.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like it's rough out here. Like, you want to use a coupon, that's fine.
Okay. So you okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like. I don't feel like that reflects negatively on you. Like, obviously, if there are other factors and then you use a coupon, it's
Yeah.
like okay. But if like everything else on the date goes well and you just use a coupon, like that's fine.
I don't think there is anything wrong with a man saving money. Like,
For real? Okay.
yeah, like what the fuck? Why not? Like,
Okay.
Like, use your coupon, boy.
like come on.
I'm really
So y'all
fucking,
down?
look
y'all
at you
down with the
twice.
person using a coupon?
Yes.
Damn.
ask him where he get
I'll
it.
take him to Starbucks.
Like, yeah, where'd you get that one? I haven't seen that one before.
Honestly, it's the thought that counts.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Like, you
Like,
thought
Because
you out.
he used his coupon on you.
on me.
Exactly. It's the effort.
Let me-
It's the
Now,
effort.
the money you
Like,
saved, you could
Using a coupon's like the same. Like, if I get a girl a hotel, for example, like I'll say like, hey, I'm gonna get you a hotel where I got points. You know what I mean? If I get you a flight, I'm gonna get you.
It's still money
I'm gonna get you.
spent,
I'm gonna get you a
know?
flight on an airline I got points.
Because
to, you know
think
what I
about
mean?
it, you had to spend money to get those points. You know what I'm saying? It's still like a currency. So
Yeah, I mean, I tell them all the time, like I'll get you a hotel where I got points. I'll get you an airline where I got points. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's a big deal. I mean,
I'm definitely
fuck
gonna
it.
be surprised though if I see that. I've never seen that in person, but if I did, I'll be like, wow,
Okay.
oh shit, he really did.
Okay, then let me ask y'all a curveball question. Would y'all feel some type of way if he used a credit card versus just a cash or a debit card?
Absolutely.
Y'all don't care about that. Okay.
Who
No worries.
looking that close?
I'm telling you,
I honestly
there's some
can't
people
tell
out
the
here.
difference, no.
Some people out here.
If you whipping out cash, you a drug dealer. Let's be real. Who's using cash these
Nah, he
days,
got
bro?
a side. He got a side job.
Oh yeah, go ahead. All right, we're starting with you on this side. What was the main reason your last relationship didn't work?
distance.
What do you mean, physical?
Ooh.
Talk to me.
We live in 2 different states.
Mm.
We lived together for like some time, and then we decided to. He decided to go back home, and I stayed in Atlanta.
Okay. Did y'all try to make it work?
Yeah, but I feel like he was kind of insecure.
Who broke up with who?
I feel like I broke up with him mentally, and then like he kind of seen that I checked out, and he broke up with me.
Damn. That's normally how it is.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yep.
I feel like we were so like strongly attached to the person who we were in the beginning
Yeah, go ahead.
that I don't know, like towards like after months after we started to get to know each other a lot, we were very different people, and so we just kind of like just grew apart after that. Like it didn't really mesh well. After a couple months when we got to know each other for real, our tendencies, our habits, and it just even our goals didn't align. So yeah, after a while we just grew apart.
And who broke up with who?
It was actually
Trent,
me.
turn it to the other camera. Just keep it on the camera for now.
Yeah, it actually was me. It was very mutual, but it definitely was like I actually tried to break up with him a couple times and he wouldn't let
Wait,
me.
what?
Yeah. He kept like denying. He was like, "No way, like this isn't happening. We could do this." And after a while, after just kept trying to make my point.
It's this one. It's this one. Try putting it back into this one. Try pulling the string back into that one.
Yeah, after a while, it was just like, well, I kind of ghosted.
The ghosted him? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Trent. It's that one. Put the string back in. Go ahead. No, go ahead. What was the main reason your last relationship didn't work?
We just didn't understand each other, honestly.
Okay.
Like, we were at two very different places in our growth, if that makes sense. And I feel like he wanted me to grow faster than I was able to at the time.
Okay, Trent, turn into the other camera real quick. Boom.
And so it just was clashing.
Okay.
So it was more of a mutual agreement to go
End
in
it.
separate ways. Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck?
It's just a long answer, and I don't want to give a long answer.
Don't give a
So
long
it's just
answer. Give us
like-
a short version.
Yeah. Okay. Distance for one. For like 4.5 years of it were in person, and then the last year and a half were long distance. And I would have to say growth as well. You know, I started becoming like my own person. We started we got together really young. Like I'm still really young, and imagine I'm 20 and I have a 6-year relationship on me with no pauses. You know what I'm saying? So like we were just really young, and so I just grew differently, and yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It's kind of like how we were talking about earlier with the like marriage thing. He wanted to get married and like saw this super long future with me, and I just like did not see it at all.
Damn.
And, like, I mean, yeah, and like I just feel like it's completely unfair to like stay with someone that's sitting here like you're the love of my life, and I'm like, I just don't see that.
Okay.
So yeah, like I just had to cut it off because I'm like, this is not good for either of us. Like.
Okay. Bro,
Honestly, I'm fucking lit. What's the question?
what was the main reason your last relationship didn't work out?
Oh, my last relationship didn't work out because she was still talking to her ex, and you know I don't talk to a girl unless she gives me 100% attention. So even if I'm just in the talking stage with someone, if she's talking to other people, I cut her off. Like, I either get 100% attention or none of your attention. Like I don't fucking want to talk to you unless I'm like the only motherfucker. So she was talking to her ex, so I was like, yeah, I cut that shit off real quick.
Okay. So for you wouldn't like technically fight for a woman.
Oh hell no, no, absolutely not. Like no, I'm a prize.
Okay.
Are you the only one? Like, do you only speak to that girl, or do you speak to multiple women?
Ooh,
No,
shit,
I
talk to me.
only speak to one girl. She only speaks to me. So like, if she's talking to multiple people, like I cut her off real quick.
Okay,
Like
so
it's
you just want your energy reciprocated.
exactly. If I'm giving you 100%, you got to give me 100%. If you're dividing my like your attention between multiple people, like I don't fuck with it.
Okay, but in what time frame? Immediately?
Immediately, bro.
That doesn't make sense.
What you mean it don't make sense?
Because
do
no
you
one
know
is truly
she's
single. No one is ever truly single. Someone is always talking to someone.
Yeah, of course. We talk about all the time how you're not single. It's just your turn. You know what I mean? Like, but if someone's fucking with me, they only talking to me.
He's a prize. Period.
Exactly. Okay. I don't fuck with people who give other people attention. It's just I don't want
So
that.
as soon as you get into the picture, you like, hey, it's me now. I get it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You dropping every other motherfucker. That's a fact.
Okay. I actually get that. All right, we got a super chat real quick. Black sends another super chat. Thank you, I appreciate that. He says, meant to be is another way of women not wanting to take responsibility of their true feelings because they're afraid of coming off shallow. What are y'all ladies' thoughts on that?
If I'm gonna be shallow,
is
I'm gonna
another
be
way.
shallow.
Right.
Like,
No, meant to be. I feel like meant to be truly just meant. It's just like, honestly, if it was up to me, it would work out. But because of like certain circumstances, like it just can't. So whenever it's like it happens again, or if the opportunity is available, then it's meant to be. Like, but it's not meant to be. Isn't meant for everyone. You only keep those meant to be titles to certain individuals who were like in your life.
Okay.
And also, it could be the right person, wrong time. So when the time is right, then
What does that mean exactly? Because what I've noticed, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. What I've noticed, women just like to play the field for far longer than they should.
play the field.
Play the field far longer than they should.
Honestly, I feel like if it's meant to be, it'll be. Like,
No.
I
Going
mean,
back
like,
to that wrong
All
thing,
right,
wrong
so
time thing.
what's your definition of playing the field? Because
Talking to multiple dudes, having sex with multiple dudes,
because
etc.
this not having sex, but talking to other dudes, I feel like talking to multiple people.
And then talk to
It's
the microphone
about
for me.
seeing who who's gonna show out the most? Like, who's gonna show me that they want me the most? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You making people compete?
if I go on a date, yes, you're gonna compete for me. I'm sitting on a pot of gold. What are you talking about? You're a prize. I'm a prize too. Like, women rule the world. Period. I was raised by my father and my mother, so I know I'm a queen.
Okay.
And you're gonna treat me as such.
Oh God.
So if you don't treat me as such, somebody else will. Then it's just
You know, Don.
no. I'm gonna get to it. Let's go to it. What qualifies you as a queen?
we're not about to get into this. This is
'Cause I gotta know,
I'm
like-
a queen birthright. I'm just.
But what do you do? What do you provide?
What do you mean? What do I provide?
What do you provide?
I provide a lot.
Like what? Examples.
What do you provide?
Spicy. Let's go.
Right, like you came out of a woman, so I'm just.
I'm trying to figure out, like,
that's-
where did you come from?
Robbie, you
Is that
provide
not-
money. the girls
They
you
ganging
get
up on
with,
us
you
right now.
provide your money,
But I got
that's
this.
all.
Said, where do you
Like,
come
all
from,
that-
bruh?
like-
Your mama's vagina.
Exactly.
But hold on, let's break out all of these different things that y'all talking about. Let's start with this, the queen thing. So if you think that way, shouldn't all females think that way? And if all females think they're a queen, shouldn't that not make you a queen?
Can I say something really quick? I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
But just because a woman is a queen does not mean that a male is not a king.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what's the issue?
But
It
they-
shouldn't be a
You
competition.
can't be
It's not.
royal. You
They-
can't be royalty if everyone's royalty.
You
Yeah, that's what I'm
can't
about to
be,
get to.
but in my mind, you think how
That's
you
not
know
as-
how Kanye thinks he's Jesus.
Uh-huh.
I'm a queen. Like, that's just me. Like, I just know how I know my standards. I know how I should be treated. and
But
that's
people
just
call
that.
Kanye delusional.
Yes.
That's fine.
actually-
I don't think.
Nice rebuttal. Nice rebuttal. Hold on. Hold
All
on now.
right. Listen, honestly, Kanye could be arrogant or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just know for me, it was just an analogy. I know for me personally, Kalia, pretty brutally. I know what I should be treated like.
Yeah.
I am not gonna accept less than what my father taught me,
Uh-huh.
how I should be treated. So
Okay. Describe your dude that you want to ideally.
ideally,
Yes. Let's just keep it at height, what do you call it? Income, and what else? That's probably it, actually.
as far as height, I don't really care about height. Honestly, when I'm dating someone, I just want to feel protected. I want to feel like I could communicate with you, or you could communicate with me. I want to feel security. I want
You
to
should
feel
date a
like,
cop then.
Huh?
The fuck?
I'm not gonna speak on that. I'm not gonna respond to that. But security, support. We
Okay.
should be able to support each other in our whatever we're into.
Okay, how tall are you?
5'4".
Have you ever dated someone that's shorter than you?
Yes, I have.
Okay, dope. And then income.
I feel like we should be able to fall back on each other.
Okay.
That's a really good answer. Yeah.
Same questions.
Yeah. Same questions.
Mhm.
Height.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. I'm 5'2", so everybody's taller than me. Anyways.
So if they are shorter than you, have you dated someone shorter than you?
I've dated someone like right there with me.
But not shorter than you.
I actually never dated. I just kind of talked to briefly.
Okay.
It was kind of.
She's talking to a dwarf.
I know I'm 5'2", but after like if you're taller than like 5'3", then it doesn't matter. You said height and
Yes.
income.
Yes.
Like she kind of said, like fall back on each other. Honestly though, I don't know. Yeah.
What?
That's
Talk.
to
Say. Speak your shit.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think about like what is like the national average, right? It's like what?
It's
70?
48.
Yeah,
52.
48.
Such shit.
Yeah, right, cool. Yeah, so like
So
as
ain't it-
long as like he's just like constantly working,
Okay.
that's cool.
Okay. I'm just seeing y'all standards real quick.
Height,
Mm-hmm.
it's changed for me.
Okay.
I
Talk
used
to me.
to be like, they have to be 6 foot and up, you know. But yeah, I'm 5'2" as well. So
Okay.
anyone taller than me, that's fine. And finance-wise, I would say as long as they're living comfortably and not living from paycheck to paycheck, like someone who can hold their own.
Most girls go by the 666 rule.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I was about to just see their
you gotta
qualifications.
be 6 foot, 6'6", dick, and 6-figure income.
Well, we didn't talk about the dick though, so
True.
So as far as like height goes for me, I've dated all over the place too. I mean I haven't really been with anybody that's shorter than me just because I'm not saying that I would never say never. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I personally, if I'm taller than the male, then I personally physically feel more masculine than the male. I don't like it. So
Most women would. Yeah.
I just don't like that. So, but I'm 5'1" with forces on. So
with forces on.
yeah. So it's just a little under, but I take it. And it's just like, it's not really hard.
Okay.
So
And then what
my
about
little thumb is just
finances?
older. Finances, as long as you have goals for yourself, I'm aware we're young. You know, you're probably still working towards where you're trying to get in your life. So it's not like I'm expecting you to be out here having like all this like unnecessary money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to see that you've got goals and you're working towards something. You know, you're not just sitting around and like spending money that you don't have.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
So I have talked to a couple people that are shorter than me, and
What's your definition of talk, though?
Of tall?
No, what's your definition of talked?
Oh, I mean, like, went on a couple dates or, like, you know, whatever. But, yeah, and I'm just not a fan. Like, I really prefer it if you're taller than me. But I know that, like, you know, it is a little harder since I am taller, but, you know. And finances, I mean, like, as long as you're hustling, as long as you're working, it's kind of like she said, like, as long as you have goals and are working, like if you're lazy and you're broke and you're not doing anything, like that's really unattractive.
Got you.
But like, maybe,
So a guy with ambition.
like,
and shit.
exactly. Yeah. That's more so what matters than like actual numbers.
Okay. I was just trying to get a gauge on your levels. House of Matrix sends a super chat. He says, question for the panel. Why can't women take rejection? I notice a lot of women can't take a no on basic things. Ladies, what are your thoughts on that?
Men can't take no on a lot of things.
No, that's false. We take no on hella things. What do you mean?
So why can't
Men have heard the word no, way more than a woman's heard the word no.
Way.
But men have acted on that no way more than women have. If women get rejected, we're not gonna go out and follow you to your car and like
There's way too many desperate guys that
I
you're
agree
not
with
hearing
that.
the word no. You're not hearing the word no.
desperate guys. Not hearing the word no.
It's gassing you up.
I don't put myself in a position to get rejected.
Wait, what the hell?
So you never initiated.
I mean, in like the 3rd grade when I had my first crush and I was like, I like you.
I'm talking about nowadays.
No,
you, really?
I don't put myself in a position to get rejected. Like,
Okay. Damn. Do you?
Put myself in a position to get rejected.
Yeah,
What is
like
that?
just go be like, hey, I would like to go on a date with you or some shit.
Oh, I actually never asked a guy out on a date.
Never.
No, I actually.
Yeah.
Well, oh my god, I'm lying. I actually just did yesterday.
Got you. Okay.
It
Okay,
didn't-
girl.
We didn't go out.
Damn. All right.
I guess I got rejected.
You guys.
What was the question?
Question is, have you ever actually asked somebody, a guy, on a date,
Yeah, actually.
and then talk to the microphone for me,
Yes, I have.
and they said no, yes.
I said yes.
Okay.
I have. It's 2022. You
Okay.
know.
I don't think I have.
Okay.
Like I've asked guys for their number, but
Mhm.
I've never asked a guy on a date.
Okay. And when you got rejected, for the people that did ask, how did you actually respond to that rejection?
I wasn't rejected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
I mean, it was just like rescheduled.
Okay.
It was like, yeah, can't today because
Uh-huh.
stuff's going on. But
Mhm.
yeah, let's do it another day and plant the day out, and then yeah, we'll just see what goes from there. I guess I don't put myself in a position to get rejected if I know maybe like, I don't know. I am used to I guess like the men following the lead, but she has said it's 2022, so
Okay.
I don't know.
And for the three that I think, y'all three that asked, what were y'all intentions?
To
Because
get to
I
know
think-
the person better.
Okay. Because I think most
Be
guys
fun.
would just not say, reject you because obviously they're like, oh shit, she liked me. Let me just try to fuck her real quick.
Oh,
That's true.
whoa.
That's happened to me before as well.
Really?
I'm just thinking we're going and hanging out, and yes, very much so.
Of course. What you mean? Okay.
And then it's awkward because then I'll have to be like, bro, hold on.
Okay.
I guess I'm motherfucker because it is definitely like very mutual. You know,
Okay.
it's very like yeah, nothing really is like happened yet.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, I just wanted to shoot the shot. Something literally just said shoot the shot, and I was like, all right, cool, let me just do it.
Okay.
Like, and I did it.
All right, let me ask a spicy question that's always in this fucking red pill community. We can start with this person. What do you bring to the table?
You love this question so much.
Hey, I'm trying to spice
Every
things up. Y'all a little boring right now. Go ahead.
what do I bring to a table? Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say because I feel like my mom is watching me.
And then follow up with what do you think guys want you to bring to the table?
I feel like a real man just wants you.
I hate that word, but go ahead.
What,
I'm gonna let you slide. Real man.
Real
Go ahead.
man.
Yeah, because
Real
it
man.
basically it qualifies guys to be on what you want them to be when you say real man. So I want a real man would do blah blah blah. So that means that the dudes that is not doing blah 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 are not real men. But go ahead.
Not necessarily.
Maybe
I
just
feel
not
like
for
there's
her.
like a common checklist. Like
Okay.
my husband has to be a provider. He has to be supportive. Like it's
Yeah.
the checklist of things. So yeah, just like how you expect your woman to cook and clean, I expect my husband to bring home the bacon, and he don't have nothing to wear. Like you come home, I'll pull off your shoes, massage your back, like. Like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, you might not be. My parents been married for a very long time. I've seen marriage. I know what happiness looks like. So I know what I bring to the table as a woman, and I know what you should bring to the table as a man.
Okay.
What's
And then
what's a man got to bring to the table? I want to know.
I just said it. I like you have to provide. You have to bring security. You have to be.
What the hell does that mean though? That's so vague.
No, it's not.
What you mean security? Like
Like,
what
security,
does
I feel
that
like
mean?
everything that goes into security.
Make
that
me
you could
feel
think of.
secure in this relationship, in my home, in my neighborhood, in my life, that I don't have to worry about anything, and you don't have to worry about anything on your vice versa.
I don't know. That sounds vague.
No, it doesn't, because I want to marry somebody, and I hope somebody will marry me, because just to say, I'm a businesswoman. If I end up becoming a housewife, I want my husband to know, just in case, like if he falls ill because life happens, that I'm able to pick up the slack.
Okay.
At the end of the day.
Okay.
Like I have a head on my shoulders, a good head on my shoulders.
Okay.
So that's what I bring to the table, and I'm sitting on a pot of gold.
Like what do I bring to the table?
What do you bring to the table, and what do you think guys want you to actually bring to the table?
I'm gonna start off with guys. I think I want to start off with the second question
Let's
first.
go.
Emotional support.
Emotional support.
Emotional support.
That's what I was thinking.
Honestly,
too, yeah.
I think a lot of men have to put on this, like, you know, I'm that shit. I'm hard. I am, you know what I mean? I'm Iron Man. Like, I'm that shit. And so it's just like when you come home, you want to be able to just like have to take off that super masculine phase and just be able to, you know, be with a woman who you feel super duper comfortable around. And so what I bring to the table, I feel like as long as they bring comfortability with me, I'm someone you're going to be super duper comfortable with. You can always expect that whatever you need, I'm going to do my 100% best to provide for. And just like she said, as far as like working and stuff, I am also a businesswoman. I really do want to work and I want to have my own career also. Okay. But I would not mind also like just kind of like staying back and just like protect, like, you know, holding down the home more than letting the man like lead. But with that, if anything does happen to you, I will 100% like pick up the slack and go up with it.
Okay. What do you think men want you to bring to the table? I'm gonna just keep it at that.
So the second question.
Yeah. And talk to the microphone for me, please.
I would kind of piggyback off of what Shay said about having just someone you feel so comfortable with. You're not worried about judgment. You're not worried about, you know, just the tiniest little things, like, but I definitely think that I want to be the person that a man can come to and just like talk to and be that comfortable with, like, hey, I have this going on.
Okay. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Me?
I got something to say, but go ahead.
Okay. I just want that man to be like super comfortable with me.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. Ladies that already, matter of fact, I'm gonna listen to the
like they've said everything really that I wanted to say, so I don't want to just.
And then I'm gonna just start right here then. Has a guy vented to you before and you felt unattracted to him?
Never.
No.
Never?
No.
Never. I think a man
vented to him.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was.
Well, men and women are not the same, so.
No. So for
I'm
me,
not
I would say
saying
like it's super hard to see men vulnerable. You know what I mean? To see men cry.
Or for even men to make themselves like bring them to a point where they're
they
willing to be vulnerable
in
with
front
you.
of a woman who is not their mother.
Right.
Like, period. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? If they
Okay.
didn't have that, I guess, like mother in their life, then it makes it even more harder. But with that, man, I think vulnerability, like, honestly, like,
That's
Yeah, we
like
actually talked about this
I feel
slightly on the other one.
honored.
Yeah.
Like, I feel
Okay.
It's like sexy.
I feel like literally.
Okay, I
No,
know about sexy.
seriously.
Wow,
I feel
Like, in a way, it is.
now there's a time and a place. Like if you've known them for like 2 days and they're like, that's not necessarily like unattractive then, but it's just more like, okay, you know, because it's like, okay, if you're trusting me with that after 2 days, like it must, you know what I'm
Something
saying?
weird happening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah.
like that's the
ahead,
only thing
go
I would say with that. But, you know.
I just want to know because
But-
these girls just said.
Can I say
they-
something really
Yeah,
quick?
yeah,
I'm so
go,
sorry.
go, no, continue.
It's now I say that, but I also have been in situations where the connection with with a certain person has been so strong that after 2 days, we actually both have been. It was a very mutual thing. We were both very, very, very open and honest with each other. So I'm not gonna say that's always the case either.
Okay.
You know, but for me, like I feel honored if when a male feels comfortable enough to like talk to me about shit that he's got going on, because that is not easy to do. I'm aware of that, especially as a male. So I would not say that that's embarrassing or like.
I just want to say these girls, they all said they would pick up the slack. I want to know an example because I think that's cap. All right.
What do you want to know an example of?
I want to know when you picked up the slack because I think that's cap.
When I've picked, nobody has given me the fuck.
You said you said
Nobody-
you said you picked
saying
up the
they
slack.
have.
Put this
They're saying
drink down.
they will.
Nobody listen. It's
that's
not
cap.
cap. Honestly, I can tell you some real life shit about my family, but I don't know y'all like
All right,
that.
so tell me
But
some
on
shit.
like my dad was the breadwinner, and he fell ill, and he couldn't work like he used to work. So
That's your dad. Tell me about when you
I'm
dated
talking
a guy.
about my parents, what I've seen growing up. Like, listen, man. Let me come in the camera. For me, I'm super young too. I'm 23, but I feel like these guys out here, especially in Atlanta, like nobody
Trent,
has
it should be
shown
working.
me
Is it not?
that they deserve. Oh, there I go. There we go. Nobody has shown me that they deserve that. Like, are you worthy of my loyalty? Because
Okay, then pause. So
how
no, pause real quick.
Yeah.
So a guy can fuck you, but you can't be loyal to him. They can.
Who said I'm fucking these niggas?
Oh, you're not.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
cool.
celibate.
All right.
I just want to know an example because you said you pick up the slack of when you
I
pick
said
up the
I
slack.
would pick up the slack
But you
if
can't
it
even
came
give an
down
example
to
of when you
I
done
don't think it hasn't happened
It
yet.
hasn't happened yet, but I'm saying
So it's
that
just cap.
I'm saying that it's
Well,
not
that's not
cap
cap.
because I'm saying first of all, I'm a woman of my word. Word is bond, and
Talk to him.
I feel like if it were to happen, I would be that girl for my husband if that's just how life works for me.
Listen. If you just say something but it's never happened, then it's just like you're just talking. You know what I mean? Like it's just talk. You
Well,
know what
honestly,
I mean? Actions speak louder than words. You know what I mean?
I actually agree with that.
If you haven't done it, then it's just bullshit.
Well, I've been in
What if
relationships.
she's never
in
had
my
the
life-
opportunity to do it?
Well, let me
Like-
it's been times where
Then I don't even
me
think
and
if
my-
you haven't
me and
had
my-
the opportunity,
Can I talk?
Yeah.
Thank you. There's been times where me and my ex were like so hungry and we had to split a meal, or like I had to buy food for us, like little things like that.
That's you picking up the slack.
It's like when we were down bad, like, you know what I mean? So like I'm picking up the slack, yes, because you can't afford to feed us and I'm feeding us. What are you talking about? Like,
I got you. Let's take a pause really quickly. Actually, super chat's coming in. Bojango says a number one female superpower, deflection. Any thoughts on that? Any clapbacks?
No.
All right. Fear is the greatest motivator, sends a super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate that. He says, I tried being vulnerable around my girl once. Then she pegged me, bro-ish. Was wild.
Dang.
What the fuck, bro?
If she pegged you, you allowed her, you nasty fuck. Ew.
What the fuck, bro?
Dang. Whoa.
Bro, get off my goddamn. House of Matrix sends a super chat. He says, they cap, tenfold Rob preaching. We got Maury in the house. That's a huge YouTuber. Shout out to Maury. Really appreciate you coming in. Amen sends a super chat. He says, do you think you got what a real man wants? Do you have it in your... Wait, what? Do you have it in you to live up to his standards? Actually, let's ask that.
Well, if he's willing to live up to my standards,
Hold on, one at a time. Go ahead.
Well, if he's willing to live up to my, if he's willing to live up to my standards, then I will 100% reciprocate that, even if it's hard. But I mean, shit, if you want me and I want you, and it's just all about what you're giving back and like what you're giving towards me. So I'm gonna give you what you give me.
Give and take, not take and take.
I got a question for y'all now.
Well, go ahead.
Okay.
Do you consider yourself a real man?
I'm just me. I don't like titles
That's not a good
Okay.
enough
because
Do you
they too
consider yourself
vague.
a real man?
They too vague.
What does that even mean?
Is reflection
What do you think a
a
real
female
man is?
superpower? Because I'm seeing reflection here.
That's not deflection. I just don't like. I don't like those type of. I don't like. Oh, you consider yourself an alpha or a beta? Blah blah blah. I'm just me.
Yeah, I'm unapologetically myself.
Yeah, bottom line.
All right. So, do you think you're a real man or no?
I don't know.
Just answer that shit.
I don't know what the hell that means.
What's your
I'm
definition? Of matter of fact,
unapologetically myself.
What's your
just-
definition? No, it has to be very specific, and then I can answer that
I
question.
don't have a specific. All right. Next question. Do you guys feel like, what are your standards for your wife, your future wife? Like, what are your standards for her? Like, what do you want her to
Wow,
be?
I'm gonna let you take that one for right now.
I need someone who's gonna be a power couple with me. So someone who's on the same vision.
Okay.
You know, any girl that's not on the same vision as me, as in we're gonna be a power couple, is just a girl to fuck. It's just like you're attractive, like, and you're cool. We can hang out, we can fuck. But if you're not on the same vision as me, and we're not gonna be a power couple. We're not on the same like wavelength of like creating like some empire. Then you're just temporary.
So you're saying like as far as like a power couple, you guys like start like what does she have to do to be that power like couple to you?
I want someone like, for example, like it depends on what you do. But say, for example, like just speaking in the example of Don, say I was in his position, I made content. You know what I mean? I want a girl who's gonna make content with me. You know what I mean? That would be a power couple. Like she's gonna help me, like do what I do. We're on the same position. Like we're on the same vision. You know what I mean? Like if she's not gonna help, she's just gonna stay inside and watch. Then you know she's not on the same vision as me. She's just a bystander.
So she has to do exactly what you do.
It's not about doing.
It's not about doing what you do. It's about helping them.
Exactly.
I'm
So
gonna
do
just
you
put
guys want
mine.
financial help? Do you guys want like mental help?
I don't want
like,
financial help.
What kind of like support are you guys
Help
like?
can be in many different forms. It can be in many different forms.
Yes.
But it has to be some kind of help. You know what I mean? That's what allows it to be a power couple.
Honestly,
Well, help could be in many different forms. It could be in all different kind of forms. It could be mental help. It could be like whether it's helping like with content ideas. It could help being in the content itself. You know what I mean?
Say what?
What if her content ideas are bad and like that's all she
It
has
doesn't
to
matter. It's the effort. It's the
Okay,
effort.
it's the
Yeah.
effort. I
Yeah,
love
it's the
that.
rapper.
I feel like men and women just want the same thing. Like I feel like
Okay,
if
how
you
so?
ask like
Let's have this
if
conversation.
you
I like
ask
this.
if you ask a girl that question, she's probably gonna say what he said.
No, I don't agree.
I mean, yeah, because it's some girls that be like, I want help. Like, if I'm trying to start a business, I want you to, if I
No.
can't afford to buy my LLC,
No,
can you
that's
buy
false.
my LLC for me? And then I like, no, it's really
I
girls
promise you
out
that's
here.
false.
No, it's not.
Most of the time, if it is,
I don't know.
the
Where you
girl's not
from?
gonna be attracted to him because you gonna be leading. If you doing the work and I'm helping you, then obviously you were leading. So now the guy is gonna be less masculated, etc. So generally, a woman goes into a guy's world and not vice versa.
How are you emasculated by helping your woman out?
No, I'm saying from your perspective.
Okay.
Meaning if you had a business, etc., and I had doing what I'm doing, and then I stop what I'm doing to help you do what you do, you're gonna be like, oh, this nigga's kind of weak and
No.
etc. You don't agree?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But that's a personal opinion. You know, some.
I don't
girls might
even think that's opinion. It's most girls like guys that lead.
I agree with you.
True.
Yeah,
But-
but if I feel like if I'm sitting there supporting you in what you're doing, and there comes a time where I'm ready to start doing my own thing, and you're willing to actually like stop what your put your passions on hold in order to let me live my dream. Like what?
Okay,
You guys know,
that's a slippery slope there,
you
ma'am.
guys know Tabitha, the girl, the
That
chef?
is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you see how she retired her husband?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I don't know nothing about that.
Wait,
yeah,
huh?
it's like she was like a chef on Facebook, and well, she's not a chef, but she was just cooking vegan food
Mhm.
on Facebook, and she retired her husband. So now her husband don't work, and now she's like working for BET and doing all
Now,
that.
obviously, there are exceptions to that rule because if someone I met is extremely successful and I'm like, oh, she needs help with marketing, let me help her with marketing, that's different. But you talking about generally, you just started your business and I'm starting my business, I'm going to put mine on hold for yours?
No, you're not going to put yours on hold, but like advice, like conversations, help me network. Like,
Oh, that's slight. That's way different than what you're saying.
No,
Okay.
no. Like, that's all. Like, I'm going to do it myself just because of how I was raised, like the type of person I am. I'm gonna try to do it myself, but it wouldn't hurt to have like a little help. Like, you know, you should go talk to him. You should go talk to her. Like,
Okay, I get what you mean. Okay, I'm thinking you talking about put on hold, but let's actually start on this side. I want you to ask the panel any question that you want to ask or any beef that you want to talk about, and then your IG as well.
I want to know if you were gonna like a guy for any reason, like what's your criteria in a guy? Like you guys always talk about these different things that you like in a guy, like he's got to be supportive and all that kind of bullshit, but like specifically like what is it?
I think for me, honestly, I think right now, for me right now, I just would really want someone to, I guess, I don't know how to say this because it sounds like weird, but like want me as much as I want them.
Physically, emotionally.
You don't think most guys want you more than you want them?
I'm completely confident, but I believe it's like the ones that you really want. Like it's just like.
But what makes you want them?
What makes me? I think it's. I don't know, because I think it's like something. I don't know if it's because I'm young or I don't know. I like it, like to chase a little bit. That's why, like, you know, asking a guy out for the first. I'm like. Like kind of like shooting my shot.
These girls, like, you know, they say they like, you know, I want some guy who gives me security, but then they be dating like fucking drug dealers and shit. So it's like, you know,
that's a form of security, though. Is that not a form of security?
That's a source of income.
Listen, people come from different backgrounds. So I feel like people come from different backgrounds. So if you're dating someone, if you're in an environment where that's all you know and you feel like I gotta date him because his reputation in the street is gonna protect me, or like if something happens to him or if he goes away, his reputation is gonna protect me and my children, then yes, you can't be closed-minded.
Okay.
When it comes to stuff like that, because you never know. Everybody doesn't live the life that you live.
You listen for real. Like you grew up way different than probably a lot of people have grown up. You know, there's a lot of things that like we only see in movies about how things actually are for real. You know what I mean? So like you can't even. And then, I agree with that.
Do you have anything else? And then your IG.
Oh, what's up, Robbie Presley? That's my IG.
Okay, and then what's your final thoughts or any questions for the panel? And then your IG.
I don't really know if I have any final thoughts. I think it's just, I don't know. I don't really have any questions either.
Okay. And then your IG.
Meowdycat _.
What is it?
Meowdycat.
The fuck? Meowdy.
My name is
the fuck?
Maddie, and then it's like Meowdy.
Oh, so like meow. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No thoughts. Jessica Gregory _.
Okay. The fuck? Are y'all high? What's going on? Come on.
I don't have anything else to say. But Cassie Kruger with 2 R's.
Not 3.
I mean, we were kind of talking about a lot about like men, I guess our standards in men. But at the end of the day, honestly, all the standards should lie within yourself. You should, if you want a man to love you, you have to love yourself. If you want a man to value you, have to value yourself. If you want a man to give you high standards, you have to give yourself high standards. And so, honestly, just give yourself.
What is high standards for you?
Well, for like giving my know, I mean, for me personally in my personal life, keeping my bank account in a certain level, making sure like as far as hygiene, I'm in a for me personally, like just the standards I want in my life, making sure that everything is paid on time, whatever's in my name. You know what I mean? I don't really want to rely on help on no one. Being able to provide for myself. If I want a man to provide for me, I need to be able to know how to manage that within myself. No,
okay.
Listen, like
I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, because you're like huffing and puffing. Listen, like,
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say after you finish. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is, a lot of times we get lost. Like we want this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
But we don't do that ourselves. Like we don't look at that. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like we don't.
Men and women are different though.
Men and women are different. That's what I'm saying. From a woman's perspective, though, as far as like if we want to hold certain standards within ourselves, if we wanted to do certain things, if we want a man to look at us a certain way, we have to look at ourselves the same way because that's just the only way. Like,
no, I don't agree. When it comes to men and women, you said you want to work, pay your bills, things like that. Those are things that are not attractive to a man.
I'm not saying like overwork myself. I don't want to be like, oh my God.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying just work in general.
No, work in general. But I'm saying like, I have to hold those. I can't be a hypocrite to the shit I want. I can't be a broke bitch asking for like. I mean, some bitches will be that. You know what I mean? But I just really have worked for a lot of shit that I wanted, and that's what I was just raised on. So I just know like, if I look for that in someone, then I could kind of just have to also like reciprocate that energy in a minor fight, some type of way.
Yeah. Okay. So the problem I have with that is it's like you're working for something that we don't care about.
No, but I'm not saying it's for you. I'm just saying like, oh, a man's gonna know that I love myself. Like, no, I'm not saying like you're looking for that, but I'm saying like
that's
you just
she loves herself.
I just have to make sure I love myself. Like it's just the standards I have to hold.
That.
So that's what I'm saying. Like if I guess it's just like advice. I mean, for some women, if you're finding it hard to, I guess like not find them, like just finding the things that you want, maybe try to do those things that you want yourself, put yourself in those shoes, understand how it is to be, you know what I mean, like just love yourself, work, whatever the case may be.
I like part of that, but then I don't like the other part that you're missing. The part that you're missing is if you're not finding the mates that you want, how about you upgrade in the things that men actually want, which is attractiveness. You saying,
no, and that's what I was also speaking on too, like keeping myself up in hygiene, like, and that's what I'm saying, treating myself also. If I want a man to get my nails done, I gotta make sure before, you know what I mean, I can't go to him with busted nails and saying, can you get my nails done? Like, no, like my nails gotta be done, and you gotta see that that's how I kept myself up, and then you're gonna be like, okay, well,
she likes getting her nails done. Let me
get
her nails done.
It's just little things like that.
Part, I get that part, but you're missing a big component, gym. Like gym is a very, you kept saying hygiene, nails, and things like that.
No, but it kind of just whatever you can possibly think of as far as like what goes into a man, what goes into a relationship. Reciprocate that within yourself first. Okay. You know what I mean? Or at least try to in some of those aspects, and even the gym. Okay. Go to the gym, baby girl.
Hey, Don, I just want to say.
Talk to me.
There was a super chat that said just now.
Matter of fact, I got it. Hold on. Wiz says, is Wiz, right? All right. He says, ladies, in your last relationship, what was the one thing that you did wrong, and what was one thing your ex did wrong? Please keep it brief.
Exactly. And I wanted to highlight that one because I feel like a lot of girls don't hold accountability. So I want to know what they did wrong.
Okay. We can actually end it up, but hold on. Let's finish your final thoughts and then answer that question really quick.
So my final thoughts is kind of like piggybacking off of what Jaye said, holding yourself accountable for what you want your man to do for you. Like, you can't be walking around with a Michael Kors bag and want your man to buy you a Birkin bag. Like, that don't make sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, know your lane. I mean, like, of course, like, I believe in I believe in
the things that y'all keep saying, I think y'all putting stock too much in things that you care about versus putting too much more stock into things that men actually care about, which is, like I say, attractiveness, agreeableness, complacent, all of these things that are
fuck they bag. I don't give a fuck about
most
they bag.
guys don't care if they got money.
You think I give a fuck about they Birkin bag?
If a guy got money, he's not gonna really care about your money.
That's
You think I give a shit about their Gucci bag? I'll throw that shit in the trash.
Anyway, go ahead.
All right, so that was just final thoughts. Yeah, women.
And then the final
know your worth.
And then the final question is, what was the thing that you did in your last relationship that broke y'all up? And keep it brief.
Honestly, what I did wrong was I checked out mentally, and I wasn't honest with myself, and the relationship should have been ended. Honestly, I'm sorry if you're watching this.
Damn, she said I'm sorry. And you?
I thought she said she drugged him. I was like, what?
That's what I heard too.
Right. I cheated.
Oh shit. All right. Well, that would do it.
No.
All right.
Did he know? Did he find out?
We kind of both it was a break. I guess it was like cheating, but he was acting as, so it was just a lot of confusion and it's someone being a hypocrite to me. And so I'm saying I just wasn't honest, like, completely. Okay. But yeah, like we both kind of just weren't as loyal to each other as we thought we were, and we were kind of just being hypocrites to each other. So, yeah,
Okay.
that's what it was.
I stayed somewhere where too long, and
The fuck?
yeah, I stayed with him too long. Like
Oh,
I
you
mentally checked out and just stayed there because I was comfortable in the situation.
Okay.
I have to agree with that too. With probably more with her situation. I just I mentally was done with it for a long time, but I was more concerned about like, because I cared about him so much as a person.
Mhm.
Me not wanting to hurt him more.
Okay.
Yeah, no, literally the exact same thing. Like, it
Damn.
should have been.
So all y'all
over
do the same
a
shit.
year earlier. No, I mean, I think it's just because girls are empathetic. We care. We don't want to hurt people. And so you just stay not wanting to hurt them. So.
Okay. Any final thoughts that they answered your question?
And let him ask, what did you fuck up on?
What did I fuck up on?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What was it your last?
Giving them a goddamn chance. I gotta take a piss. I gotta take a piss though.
No,
I'll
we
be
ended it. And then what was your IG and what was your IG?
My IG is I__SHEA. Make sure you follow me. You only have 24 hours.
Mine is Pretty Buddha Lee.
All right.
So cute.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you want to follow anybody that's on the panel today, their link will be in the description below. And we out. Peace.